Good day, creepies, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I am ReAnimateHer, your queen of scream. And today we're diving deep into a psychological horror that really got underneath my skin. The Woman in the Yard. Shout out to the Haunted Circle. Thank you guys so very much for your monthly contributions to this channel and my content. I really do appreciate you. Okay, trigger warning here. Before we dive in, I wanted to issue a trigger warning. This film and this review will discuss themes of deep depression, grief, and unaliving oneself. If that's something you're not comfortable with, please don't watch this video or the film itself. Take care of yourself as always. You're first, right? Okay, let's get into the review. The Woman in the Yard tells the story of a grieving mother, Ramona, who begins to experience terrifying appearances of a mysterious woman sitting silently in her front yard. This figure shows up again and again, sometimes with warnings, sometimes with a presence alone. Is she a ghost, a figment, or something worse? Let's dive into this review. The first part will be a non-spoiler, and the second half will be filled with spoilers. Written by Sam Stefanak and directed by Jaume Colette Serra. Now, this film is heavy. It doesn't hold back on atmosphere. It's drenched in grief. Think more psychological horror than jump scare. It's not as scary like Michael Myers lurking in the shadows. This is real world emotional horror. And that might just hit harder. The acting? Incredible. Everybody brings their A game, especially the children in this movie. Their performances felt raw, genuine, and honestly heartbreaking. The Woman in the Yard is played perfectly. She's terrifying, ominous, haunting, but never over the top. The direction handled depression in a very realistic way. You feel Ramona's spiral, her loss, and her struggle. Now, for those gore horrors out there, minimal gore, none really. But there are implied animal deaths. You won't see it happen, but it's heavily suggested. Just a heads up. If you're enjoying this review so far and you love all things horror, from reactions to reviews, deep dives into indie games as well, make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. You can also join the Haunted Circle, my exclusive community for horror fans just like you. We scream, we stream, we survive. Let's keep horror alive together. All right, my creepies, this is your final warning. We're going full spoiler mode. If you haven't seen The Woman in the Yard, hit that pause, go see it, and then come right back here and let me know what you thought. I really appreciated the metaphor here of fighting depression, standing on the edge of giving up, and trying to claw your way back. It's powerful. And the fear? It's not from monsters. It's from isolation, a broken phone, a dead car, no help. The helplessness is real. That to me is a true horror. At one point, Ramona is laying in bed watching an old video of her and husband. The pain in her eyes made me wonder, is this Woman in the Yard death itself or a physical manifestation of the depression? I felt so bad for the children. Their mother is clearly lost in grief, and now they're stuck trying to understand her emotional distance. And that kind of hit home for me. She talks herself into giving up, and that's where the real horror lies. But what I've loved was how she didn't give up. She fought back. There's strength in that. It's not clean, it's not easy, but it's real. Now, what didn't I love? Where the hell did this woman in the yard come from? I get the metaphor, but the execution left me with more questions than answers. There's symbolism everywhere, mirrored text, reverse paintings. At one point, I genuinely wondered, is everyone already dead? Are we watching the ghost's perspective? Is Ramona even alive? And that's where the writing lost me a bit. I understand using visual metaphors, but some of the execution felt incomplete. If the Woman in the Yard is Ramona's alter ego, how do others see her? Is she a supernatural entity? Is this a ghost story or a psychological breakdown? I understand with depression, it does change the person who is dealing with that depression. And I understand that very well. I understand that the person they once were is no longer there, especially when they're spiraling through depression. Add on grief, add on survivor's guilt on top of all of that, and you're really going to get a different person. And I understand that in this movie, and the children are seeing Ramona, but they're also seeing this woman in the yard, which is also Ramona. Again, a little bit of lost there. I have more questions than answers, you know? In the end, the woman in the yard is a reminder that horror isn't always about monsters. Sometimes it's about surviving yourself. It's messy, it's confusing, but honestly, it's human. I give The Woman in the Yard a 2.5 out of 5 screams. Yeah, that is my review. Have you seen The Woman in the Yard? What did you think? Did you like it emotionally, or were you more confused than creeped out? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear all your spooky thoughts. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment, and when you slash that like button and the subscribe button, you are helping other horror fans like yourself find this little horror channel. And of course, again, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will slash these all later. Bye.